Hey guys, this is Bobby from Detroit, and I just wanted to kind of share kind of like my dieting journey. I should say my yo-yo dieting journey. Long story short, it started when I was very young. I've always had a big frame. I've always had an athletic build. So when I was a kid, I remember I was like in school, I was like, the counselors like put me on a diet when I was like 12. And that's kind of where it started. They had me eating, skim milk and low fat. It was during the crazy low fat craze of the 90s. And so tried that, of course didn't work. Then as I got older, the first like major diet I tried, I won't name names, but it's a very well known low carb diet. Okay, it's been around for decades, and I basically lived off like caveman food basically. It was very unsustainable, very difficult to do. It was a diet that demonized certain food groups. For example, it demonized fruits. Said that you can't eat apples because they'll kick you out of ketosis, but they had no problem selling you their candy bars, which I thought was kind of weird. But so I lost a bunch of weight on that, but I put it right back on because I just couldn't sustain it. I've tried juice fasting. I've tried other versions of like extreme fasting. Those didn't work. The one I tried most recently was the keto diet, which there's no one who really owns that diet. Everybody claims that they're keto nowadays. A lot of people on YouTube, and I basically did everything that I was told. I bought all kinds of ebooks, I subscribed to all kinds of channels, I joined programs, I bought courses on keto, and I just bounced around a lot. There were lots of cooks in the kitchen telling me how to lose weight when it comes to eating low carb keto, and so basically I just did what they told me. I would drink, you guys have probably heard if you looked into keto, I'd drink these things called bulletproof coffees, where I would take like big chunk of Kerrygold butter, heavy creamer, MCT oil, and coconut oil all in one. I'd mix it in a blender literally, and I would drink it. And that was just like my breakfast, okay? And so I would power through those. Then I'd eat like 5 to 10 eggs, pound of bacon. They were telling me all to do this. Just pig out on bacon, avocado, nuts. I'm doing all this stuff, and it was really hard. And basically I would do that for about 2 or 3 weeks, just extreme keto, and then I would crash and burn. Because guess what happens when you deprive yourself like that? Waiting out in the parking lot doing push-ups the whole time are carbs. And when I say carbs, I'm not talking about like carrots and apples and sweet potatoes, like the good carbs. I'm talking about the bad carbs that just turn straight into sugar as soon as they hit your blood. So I'd pig out on pizzas and just make up for all this lost time. My mind would rebel against all those weeks of like deprivation, and then I put all this weight back on. So now I'm like even more depressed because I ate all that crazy food for 3 weeks, crashed and burned, went on a carb bender, and pretty much after like yo-yoing with keto for about maybe 2 years, all I had to show for all that struggle, like the only receipt it left, was triglyceride levels, get this, at 538. Okay, those are like cemetery numbers. Like, I'm amazed I haven't had like a stroke or heart attack. But anyway, long story short, I come here to weight loss from in Thailand. I learned how to eat. I learned what's food. I learned what's not food. And I got my blood panels done with a great doctor here that Justin and Steve uses. And my triglycerides as of my blood work about 10 days ago were at 92. 92, guys, down from 538. And my doctor, before I left here for Thailand, he was very skeptical. He was saying, oh, you don't have to go to Thailand to do that. You could do all this here. And he's recommending like gastric bypass surgery and crazy diets. He was trying to get me on a statin. He was trying to get me to take like statin drugs to lower my triglycerides. But I just learned how to eat. I learned how to walk. Didn't deprive myself with crazy stuff. And now I feel like I've got the body of a healthy guy inside me. And that I'm slowly digging that body out through walking and eating right. So, if you've tried it all like I have, the good side of trying everything, even though you spent a lot of money and wasted a lot of time and went through a lot of different like roller coaster emotions, the good thing I bring out of all that is that it helps me realize how much like weight loss from in Thailand actually works. And honestly, I don't even know, like people ask me, how does weight loss from in Thailand compare to like everything else you've tried? That's kind of a hard question to answer because there's really nothing to compare it to. Like there's nothing like it. It's like in a league all of its own. And the best way you could find out what it's like is to just hop on a plane and get here. That's the best I can tell you. I'm pushing, I'll probably be down 31 kilos by tomorrow, after just like 6 weeks in, and it's incredible. So if you're tired of yo-yoing, hop off that train, hop off that hamster wheel, and get on over here to Thailand.